There are many things Florence is known for. The Medici, the museums, and the art are only a few that come to mind. However, there is one that stands above all. One attraction that not only tops the Florentine skyline, but is also a masterpiece of Renaissance architecture. The main symbol of the city, located in the heart of historic Florence, Santa Maria del Fiore Cathedral. This cathedral is commonly referred to as the Duomo, or the Dome in English, a nickname that you might think is due to the big dome over the church, in which case you will be correct. Anyways, the dome is unique given that it was the first of its kind and is considered one of the first great works of Renaissance architecture. The entire cathedral took 142 years to be constructed, although the cathedral was domeless for 40 years out of those 142. It wasn't until Brunelleschi's innovative design awarded him the commission to build a dome, a design that is still hailed today and not completely understood due to how ingenious it was for its time. Santa Maria del Fiore Cathedral is the biggest must-do in Florence, which is saying a lot given how many amazing things you can do there. The cathedral is located in the Piazza del Duomo, or Duomo Square. The Duomo Square has 4 monuments: the Bell Tower, the Baptistery, the Museum, and the Santa Reparata, besides the cathedral itself. Visiting the inside of the cathedral is free. You can walk in through the front entrance and see the interior of the cathedral at any time within the hours it's open. Yet, to visit the dome and monuments around the cathedral, there are 3 different pass options: the Brunelleschi Pass, the Giotto Pass, and the Ghiberti Pass. The Brunelleschi Pass is the most inclusive out of the 3. It includes entry to every single monument in Piazza del Duomo. Plus, this is the only pass that allows you to climb up to the dome. These are the prices for the Brunelleschi Pass. The time slots refer to the entry time for the dome only. This entry slot has to be respected, otherwise you won't be able to access the dome and will have to buy another ticket to do so. The rest of the monuments can be accessed at any time within the 3-day window allowed by the ticket. Every single ticket purchased has a 3-day validity from the beginning of the day selected to visit the Duomo. For example, if you buy a ticket to go to the Duomo on Monday at 10 a.m., you will have all of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to visit the other monuments. The only one that must be visited at a specific time is the dome. The Giotto Pass is similar to the Brunelleschi Pass, except that it doesn't include access to the dome. However, it does include access to the Bell Tower, the Baptistery, the Museum, and the Santa Reparata. These are the prices for the Giotto Pass. And these time slots refer to the entry time for the Bell Tower. Similarly to the Brunelleschi Pass, you will have to select at what time you're going up the Bell Tower. The 3-day window still applies for the other monuments. The Ghiberti Pass is just the same thing as the Giotto Pass, but without access to the Bell Tower. Of course, it's also the least popular of the 3, but a good option nonetheless, especially if you don't want to be climbing upstairs, something that I will explain later in the video. These are the prices for the Ghiberti Pass. And just like the other 2 passes, there are time slots to be reserved, although in this case they are for the Santa Reparata. The museum and the baptistery can be visited at any time within the 3-day window period. As you can see, every pass gives you access to the baptistery, the museum, and the Santa Reparata. The passes only change if you want to visit the Duomo and or the Bell Tower. Unfortunately, there is no option to buy a separate ticket for only the Duomo or the Bell Tower, unless it's a guided tour. These are the guided tours offered. I have also attached the link to the description. I advise to only buy from this website, which is the official Duomo website, to avoid any issues. It is possible to find other verified websites that might offer better deals, especially for guided tours, but for the most part, the official website usually has the best and safest tickets. Now, I do want to warn you that if you want to go up to the Dome or the Bell Tower, none of the 2 has elevators. You will have to climb up 463 steps for the Dome and 414 steps for the bell tower. I don't want to scare you, but these are not easy climbs. Even the Duomo website doesn't recommend the climb to people that suffer of cardiovascular and respiratory diseases, vertigo, claustrophobia, and pregnant women. The staircases are tight and long with some two-way sections where you will have to squeeze through someone else coming the opposite way. It is very likely that you will be out of breath at some point and might need to take a break. Fortunately, there are places you can stop and even sit down at, yet they are few and far between. I do not intend to deter you from going up either of the monuments, but I also want to be completely honest with you so that you know exactly what to expect. After all that, you might be asking, is it even worth it going up either of the monuments? Of course it is worth it. Having to walk up every single step is nothing compared to the views from up there. I would have climbed up those staircases at least twice if I had the time to. You might be able to find pictures on the internet of how it looks from the top, but no picture makes those amazing views any justice. In my opinion, I recommend making good use of the 3-day validity the tickets have and space out the monuments. I would avoid climbing up the Duomo and the bell tower on the same day. However, I respect those that want to get it out of the way. I will say a prayer for your poor legs, but I do admire the courage. In case you truly need to speedrun all the monuments, mentally prepare for an exhausting day and to be rushing all over the piazza. Be mindful that during the summer, the tickets for both the Dome and the bell tower can run out fairly fast, so book your tickets several days in advance. Also, visiting in the summer means it will be very hot, so remember to hydrate before you go to any of the monuments. The Duomo and its monuments don't allow any luggage, big bags, or backpacks inside. Nevertheless, there is a luggage storage located in Piazza del Duomo. This map shows its location. As well, there is a strict dress code stating that one must cover their shoulders and legs to enter any of the monuments. No shorts, ripped jeans that show the knees or thighs, short dresses, or sandals are allowed. To see all the restrictions and extra information for the monuments, please go to the Duomo website, which I have attached in the description box. Florence is truly la bella, and the Duomo is a great example of this. An iconic Italian city deserves nothing less than a masterpiece as its main iconic landmark. A masterpiece that exemplifies why the city is called the cradle of the Renaissance. Who wouldn't love to be transported to Renaissance Italy and experience such a marvelous period in history? Thankfully, climbing up the Duomo can give you a small insight on how life used to be when Michelangelo roamed the streets. Despite how hard reaching the top of the Duomo can be, it is completely worth the climb. I hope this video has been a good guide on how to visit the Duomo Square. Don't hesitate to write your questions in the comments and I will try to answer them. Consider subscribing, leaving a like, and have a great day.